Hi, Soul Family. I am actually just looking at what's going on outside today. It started out blue, 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 and the sun is very, very warm, but there's a little bit of haze that's wanting to pick up right now. It's interesting. It was very, very calm waters, and now there's ripples. Now the wind is starting to come up. So it's like, I don't know, the message I got from that is that there's clarity. And things are a little bit, and the waters are still muddy, right? The water's down. If you can see the color of the lake, it's very muddy. So the waters are still muddy. The storm is over. There's clarity. And at first there was like, it was calm, it was peaceful, it was warm. So it was almost like, okay, things are in a place. I know what I want. I know where I'm going. I know what has to happen. I'm focused. And then things start maybe getting a little bit agitated, maybe nervous or excited, or I don't know. There's a little bit of disturbance, a little bit. But it's still blue sky, which means I can see things the way they are, truthfully are. At this moment, I see what's going on. I see what I need to do, perhaps. I'm actually going to shut the window because it's actually getting chilly in here. I did 2 readings that I scrapped. And one of them was 2.5 hours long. It was the weekly reading, and I scrapped it because I got so confused. I confused myself. The way I did it. And I said, I don't know why I did this to myself. I ended up giving more than I should have given. It took way too long. I complicated it, and it confused things. Now, there were so many messages in it. But I got confused, so like I skipped Scorpio, I skipped a couple things, and I thought I can't put it out. It's really too bad because there were so many really, really important messages. But it was just too much, and I realized that I was giving more than I needed to give. I was overcomplicating things for myself. I didn't have to make it as complicated as I was making it. But I felt like I had to give more. But I didn't. It just made things messier, and it was a big mess. A big schmoz. So I'm curious to see. I feel like I want to use the same decks that I used yesterday, and I want to see if we get those messages. And I'm going to go back to what I was trying to do. Is I was trying to please everybody. I was trying to get the messages out that Spirit wants us to get out. I was trying to cover all zodiac signs, male and female, and yet it was just too confusing. So I'm going to go back to the format that I decided I was going to do, and basically what Spirit wants me to do is deliver a message. So I'm going to deliver the message, and then I'll break it down: earth, fire, water, air, male, female. I'm not going to break it down Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, whatever. I'm not. I don't have the time. I don't have the time to do it, and it's too complicated, and you guys know what your messages are. So that's just the way it's going to go. So we're going to choose from our items. The first item we're going to choose from is the Iron Horse. This is about forward movement, okay? Assistance from Spirit. Strength. First item. Second item is Magic Bottle of Wishes. Sitting on top of a shaman stone, which is basically if you are wanting, if you're upset, or if you're wanting to think or meditate or get yourself settled, you sit there and you rub the shaman stones in your hands, right? It's a calming stone. These are Herkimer diamonds, which are actually crystals. And this is a fire, what is this? Fire agate. So, Magic Bottle of Wishes. Do wishes actually, do they actually come true? Can I make a wish and it can come true? Absolutely. Absolutely. The Selenite Tower, which is self-charging, self-cleansing, doesn't need any other crystal to power itself. It will clear every other crystal, and it will charge every other crystal. This is very much like a very connected spiritual empath. Self-charging, but will charge other people. We don't need other people to charge us. We do it on our own, and we can light it up for other people. It's a tower. And then we have the Cardinal, which is speaking about your own nobility, singing out your truth, your passion. I find it fascinating that the Cardinal's beak is red, and so are its legs. Only its little claws are dark. It's 100% love, passion. Talks about your soul's path, your life's blood. It also means a male comes a courting. It's about singing out and going after what you're passionate about. I love this little guy. I had these roosting outside of my suite in Sedona where I used to live. I can't wait to see them again. They've got such a beautiful sound. The females don't have the color as much as the male. That's why we know this is a male coming courting. Okay, so those are the 4 items. And we're going to start with Divine Circus Oracle, I guess. I don't know. What were the decks I used yesterday? I don't know what they were now. I'll be guided, I guess. So for those who chose the first item, which is going to be the Iron Horse. I'm going to write this down so I keep myself organized. Iron Horse. For those who chose the Iron Horse, correct for neutrality on all levels. And the way we're going to do this is every sign is going to have a message. So everyone needs to listen to all of these messages because they're all for all of us. As in, you could choose this, right? And then maybe you chose this one. Maybe that was an item that you chose. There's going to be a specific message in this one for you. But I'm going to do all the zodiac sign groups for every item. So there's going to be a message in every one of them. So the first message that you get is Alice. And you see here Alice in Wonderland. She's in a strange land, and those balloons look like hearts to me. She's by herself. How many balloons does she have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 to me represents angels. Angels all around you, completely guiding you, protecting, loving you. You have no reason for fear. So many people don't want to move forward, don't want to go off on an adventure, don't want to be who they are because they're afraid. But there's guidance from Spirit here. Right now, this is a strange plan. This is very different than where she comes from. So right now, what's happening is you're being asked to come forward into a strange new world, a place where the old rules don't apply. It might feel fun, exciting, adventurous. If you're someone like me, it's exciting. If you're someone who is used to being in more of a comfort zone, it might feel frightening to you. But you're meant to explore, is the message. And you're going to gain a lot from it. There's no reason for you to be afraid. You've got angels surrounding and guiding you. It's like the world has become too small where you are. And the universe is responding to you. It's actually your own soul that's asking you to broaden yourself. You've outgrown where you are. There's new experiences that are calling to you. And so when you move out into these new horizons, I'm looking at my red mountains in Sedona where I'm going. It's new friends, new experiences, new opportunities. They're all going to be available to me, right? And this is what this calling for you. It might feel a little intimidating. It might feel like you've come home. I'm feeling like I'm going to be coming home. I've been there before, but I'm going to a new place, right? Whatever it is, whether you are returning to a place like me, whether you're going on a new adventure, whether you are finding out a soul family that you never knew that you had, this is your next phase of your life. And so there's a message that as you move into this new place, it's going to be different. The whole scene's different. The people around there are different. They do things in a different way. The communities are different. There may be similarities, but there's going to be things that are unsettling. There's things that are going to be done differently. I mean, just in the grocery shopping. The grocery store is different than my grocery store. I'm used to my grocery store, right? I got a dollar store I go to. I got a grocery store I go to. I go to Sedona. It's different there. They offer different things. They offer new things that I don't have here. Like if I want to go to a Trader Joe's, I've got to drive 45 minutes. Well, actually an hour and 10 minutes round trip to get there. But in Sedona, I've got 1, 2, 3 different natural food stores there. So I don't have the grocery store that I'm used to here, but I've got other ones that are really super cool. So you trade some things in for something else. It's value in it. It's exciting. And it might feel unsettling, but and you might feel like every time, I've told you guys, every time I've moved, when I moved from California to Wisconsin, oh my God, you want to talk about shock to the system. A one-horse town. I moved into a one-horse town, literally with one main street from a busy California town. And wow, it was something else. But it ended up being amazing to me. Now, I got to tell you, I walked the streets alone at night, at midnight. At night, I didn't know what to do with myself when I first got there. I lived in a hotel, Didn't know what to do. I was alone. I didn't know anybody. I was lonely. I cried. I thought, what the fuck am I doing here? But I knew I was meant to stay. And once I was afraid to make the decision. I didn't want to make the decision. And finally, the decision was made for me. I asked my daughter to send me my hair cutting supplies so I could cut some hair while I was out there. And she went to my work and told my boss, yeah, I'm sending some stuff out because my mom's moving to Wisconsin. And I'm like, oh my, then my boss called me and I had to tell him. So I didn't say I was moving at first. I said, well, I want to extend my stay because I was afraid to commit to it. But eventually he's like, well, how long will you be there? And I said, I don't know, maybe till spring. And so basically by the time it was done for me, I knew I was meant to stay. So it was, and I cried sometimes, right? Feeling alone, not knowing people. It took me a while, but it ended up being my soul family that I met out there. I'm still connected to those people. I love those people. And then I had to leave there and go to Sedona, to this wild place. I didn't know anybody except for one person that I had met online. And he met me, picked me up, helped me out for a couple days, and then he was gone. I was on my own. It was scary. It was beautiful, but it was scary. I had no car, right? I had to just walk everywhere I went. But it taught me self-reliance. It taught me to do things that I never had to do before. I'd always had a car. I was sitting there at the bus stop, freezing one night with my groceries, watching a 16-year-old girl in a car drive by me, and I thought, this is ridiculous. What is she doing driving that car? And I am my age, and I'm freaking walking, taking a bus. I had stuff taken away from me in order to show myself that I could do it. I had no furniture. I had to go to the thrift store and little by little buy a couple of things here and there to make do. I had this beautiful suite and no furniture. So now I'm going back to this place with furniture. And I have a little tiny suite. I don't have what I had before. So every time you move, it's like something that's opening up. It teaches you something. It's some things that are wonderful, some things that are frightening, some things that are sad, but it's all about growth. Learning new ways to adapt. I can do this. I can do that. I didn't realize the reasons why I had to go and do the things that I went to do. Like Sedona or Wisconsin, I didn't realize I was meant to connect with that soul family. That was my soul family. Sedona, I went there for downloads. I went there to learn. I was taught in my dreams the whole time I was there. I didn't realize that for months why I was isolated. We don't know necessarily why we're going into certain things, but Spirit says it's time to expand. The number is 1. Keep your thoughts positive. You're creating your future. 2, everything is happening the way it's supposed to happen. 1 and 2, full circle completion where you're at. Ascended masters are working with you. It's also a very powerful feminine number, feminine energy. So this is a time when your intuition is opening up, your insight, your visions. It all starts to flow for you, where things become real out of imaginary or fantasy ideas. It becomes reality, turning one thing into another. And you're being encouraged to follow something that is unusual. It's going to take you into a new world, rather than staying and making do with where you are. So it's going to, by doing this, it's opening doors for you. You're ready for this adventure, whether you think you are or not, is the message. You're ready. Different places, unknown faces. I open myself up to new worlds. Right? New worlds, faces and places. Bring me the 3 graces of love, fortune, and laughter. From now till forever after. 3. The power of 3 keeps coming up. Full circle completion. Power of 3. It keeps coming. So that's the message for everyone. There's something that's being asked of us for us to embrace. And now I'm going to start with earth signs. Earth signs. I'm just doing earth signs. I'm not going to break it down. Male earth signs. Something to do with sex. Interesting. Male earth signs keep getting something to do with sex. They want you to, explore something different, something that you're not used to. How interesting. You're being asked to apologize. Just dating for now. Not sex, just dating for now. Sex? I want sex. Just dating for now? Well, you're not going to get both with me, because I don't have sex with people I just date. Apologize. Just dating for now. Sex. Do you need to apologize because of sex that happened? Just dating for now. I don't know. Something's different for you. This was different for me. I apologize. I don't know. Whatever this means for you. This is for you to decipher. I'm just giving you the message. Female earth signs. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Female earth signs. It's going to require time and effort to bring it about, this new experience. But you have a magical touch to go with this magical world. It's going to happen within the next few weeks, or you need to start moving on within the next few weeks. Fire signs. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Fire signs. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Fire signs. Male fire signs, a recovery is indicated. It is the truth. Something new for you. Step out of your comfort zone. Allow miracles to happen. You're in a strange land. Allow miracles to happen. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Female fire signs. And I am shuffling these in this time. I'm taking the time to do this so that I don't repeat. Female fire signs. Oh, we got all three in my hand at one time. Perfect timing for this. 4. Again, angels are with you, surrounding you, guiding you, and protecting you. Another message for 4 is it speaks about stability. It speaks about hearth and home. It speaks about anything to do with, 4 is like 4 of Wands. Since this is a fire sign, 4, it's the engagement card. It's about marriage. It's about unity. It's about community. It's about coming together. So here you're coming to a place and you're going to come together with like-minded souls. For me, this is a move to a new home. This makes sense for me. I'm a fire sign. One of my signs is. 4 also represents 4 weeks, 4 months, the 4th month, 4 hours, 4 days, whatever 4 means for you. And they want you to reconsider something or someone. It's the perfect timing to do so. Correct for neutrality on all levels. There's a song playing on the radio and it's calling me. I can't hear what it is, but I'm supposed to, I guess. Look what you made me do. I'm dancing with someone new. I wasn't even going out tonight. I needed someone to hold me tight. Look what you made me do. Someone's blaming someone else for their actions because they couldn't be alone. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Water signs. Look what you made me do. Nope, you're wrong. Water signs, days. You have days. Male water signs, I'm sorry. It's males first. You need to get more information. And someone's being too aggressive. They need to slow down. Okay, that's male water signs. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Female water signs. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Female water signs. Hold on, I just got to ask myself what items I chose for me because I want to see. I like doing this as well, right? These are also messages for me. I got to tell you, my solar plexus is spinning. I did a private reading just before this, and man, I started saying, the song Mirrors came on, and I started speaking out loud, and it ignited my chakras, and they're spinning like crazy. So the items were the wish bottle, the horse, the Selenite tower, and the cardinal. So I heard the wish bottle and the horse. Okay, so this is clearly me. All right, so female water signs. Did we just do female water signs? We did, right? Yeah. So now we go to air signs. Male air signs. Well, your 3 came out, and they're these 3. How interesting. Everything is here for you, waiting to be received. Set new priorities. Celebrate your body and enjoy your senses. Song right now, Miss or Mr. Independent. Slipped and fell in love. Female air signs. Well, you got 3 right away, too. It's the truth. Work-related concerns, and focus on what brings you joy. So if you've got work-related concerns, you need to focus on what brings you joy. Maybe that's the issue. Your work is a concern for you. Maybe it's time to go explore something new and different. Step out on your own. Correct for neutrality on all levels. We've done them all. So now we go to our next item and our next message. So our next message, our next item is going to be the wish bottle since it came up. And the deck that we're going to use is same deck I just heard. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Same deck. I already saw a message, but I'm shuffling it away, and we'll see if we get it again. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the Magic Wish bottle. I'm not stuck. Oh, calculated. Didn't want to end up jaded. Miss out on true love. Keeping her heart protected. Never ever feel rejected. Okay, those who chose the wish bottle. How interesting. This was one of the messages that I spoke about in the reading I just finished doing. So this is showing right now that you've got a lot of options in front of you. A lot of things going on, a lot of choices to make. Not quite sure which to do, and so you're overwhelmed. I've got so many things. It's almost like I have so many things to do that I don't even know where to begin. And so right now, Pinhead, Punchenello, is telling you, you need to pinpoint one thing. You choose what is it of most importance. And I spoke today about what I chose to do, right? Okay, I want to get to Sedona. All right, I need to get to Sedona. So I just went there. Am I going to get a trailer and find a place to plant it? That didn't work. I need to find a studio. I went to my old landlord, put my energy there, and started spinning around and said, bring me home. Bring me home. I just want to get home. By the time I left, I had a studio offered to me. On the way home, my old landlord that had that big suite called me and asked me as well. So what did I do? I focused on one thing. I just did one thing. I had too many options, too many things in front of me. I decided where I wanted to go, and I went for that. And then everything else came after that. Now in the house right now, I've got to move. What am I doing? Okay, I've got to get organized. I can't take everything with me. So I got to do one thing at a time. I put some items on the marketplace. I've already sold items this morning. They're just going boom, boom, boom. One thing happens and then everything follows suit. So you choose. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? What is your intention? You focus on one thing and then everything else follows. Everything else will come together. You have to pinpoint yourself the direction that you want to go, what it is that you want, what it is that you're leaving, and then allow Spirit to bring everything together. It could be that you have a bunch of responsibilities you're overwhelmed with, demands, and maybe they're things that you want to do, but you can only do one thing at a time. So what is the most important thing for you to do at this time when you've got so many paths, so many so many paths, so many ideas, so many choices, so many things you may want to do, right? So just for now, what is the one thing that you need to do? Focus on that. Everything else will follow suit, right? It'll all become natural after that. So whatever the confusion or the overwhelming or the plans that you're imagining that you can't do, the next step that you don't think you can take, everything happens with one step. I wanted that suite and I wasn't able to get it. It wasn't ready for me then. So you may have to give up something to get something else, right? So what did I do? I was offered a smaller studio. It gets me there. And then maybe I'll go to the next thing. You have to maybe give up something in order to get something else. But the sacrifice is temporary, right? You're going to get to the place where you need to get, and then everything else comes in due course. So this is important, this is important, this is important. But you can only do one thing at one time, right? So this is what you need to do. You need to focus. Keep it simple, stupid. Focus on one thing at a time. You can't handle it all at once. Everything else will gradually come into place. Right? I set a time. I set a date. This is what I'm going to do. Between now and then, I'm going to have to start getting things done. Nothing gets done when we sit on our ass. We have to pinpoint something and begin somewhere. One step at a time, I create my destiny. That's what happens. I declutter my mind. I focus on one thing at a time. That's what I'm doing in my house. I'm decluttering, right? I thought, okay, I got a smaller studio. Can't bring everything. I'm going to sell items. I put some stuff on the marketplace. Took my stuff to the secondhand store. I'm active. I'm actively moving forward in the direction that I want to go, and then I'm going to allow Spirit to bring the rest of the things to me. That's how it works. So you're being asked to do this at this time. Focus, choose one thing, move in that direction, and then watch how Spirit brings everything together. After I chose that studio, I got a call from the old landlord saying he wants me there. So between now and the time that I leave, we'll see what Spirit does, right? All I know is I've got to keep moving forward one step at a time. So we start with earth signs, male earth signs. It's not the right time right now. Song right now, I want you to be happier. Even though I might not like this, I think you'll be happier, so I'm going to go. And I think every once in a while, maybe I won't, but I look at it and I think, no, this isn't feeling right. It's not the right time. This song right now. Within the next few months, maybe something will be, but not the right time right now, male earth signs. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, it's not the right time right now. Right? Maybe within the next few months. Sorry. Female earth signs. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Female earth signs. Female earth signs. Somebody wants to take it to the next level. The situation will improve. And you are on the right path. So you're on the right path. Just stay on your path, doing what you can in front of you. The situation will improve, just like the message said. And you're going to either take it to the next level or somebody else will. Like I said, my old landlord wants to take it to the next level. Maybe when I get there, that'll happen. Maybe it'll happen before I get there. Maybe it'll change. All we know is we're on the right path, right? Fire signs. Song. Beauty queen. Had some trouble with herself. He was always there to help her. This is a person who says, I've had you, I always want you. You call, I come running. I drove for miles and miles to be by your side. What does this song mean for you? Fire signs, male fire signs. Forgive me. You're asking for forgiveness. You're making a difference in people's lives. You are. You may feel that you're only doing this much, but you're making a difference in people's lives. Right now I'm feeling extremely emotional. I don't know who I'm feeling. But this person that's saying forgive me, I'm feeling this energy. They're sincere. Male fire signs. Go for the best. Go for the best. You've got a bunch of options in front of you. Go for the best. What is it that you truthfully want? Don't think that it's impossible, because that's what this message said. Things that you think are not possible are. Go for the best. You're making a difference in people's lives. Nothing is too good for you. Forgive me. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Female fire signs. First one flipped up. This situation will improve. And the number 6. The number 6 is you're too focused on this material world and the concerns of this material world. Lift and elevate your thoughts to spirit. Focus on the fact that spirit has things handled. If you're feeling overwhelmed, spirit can help. They can do what you don't think can get done. Okay? Correct for neutrality on all levels. Female fire sign. Days. The situation will improve, possibly in the matter of days. 6 days. This could be 6 weeks, the 6th month, 6 months from now, 6 hours. Things can improve in minutes. Something can change in a matter of minutes. Could be 6 minutes. But the situation will improve. So I would be curious right now, what's the date today? It's my twin soul's birthday. Happy birthday. And it's my grandson's tomorrow. So today is the 25th. In 6 days, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the 3rd of March. See what happens on the 3rd of March. I'm going to actually get up right now because I am a female fire sign. And I'm going to mark that on my calendar. The 3rd of March. Okay, that's marked. I want to see what happens on the 3rd of March. Tap on my window, knock on my door. I want to make you feel beautiful. I don't mind sitting every day out on the corner in the pouring rain. Look for the girl with the broken smile, asking me to sit a while, 'cause she will be loved. Okay, water signs. Sorry, I was shuffling. Male water signs. You need to get more information on something. Within the next few weeks, something happens and somebody is overwhelmed right now. You could be overwhelmed right now with all of this, all of these choices, all of the decisions, all of the items or things that you have to figure out, right? So what do you have to do? Maybe there's too many choices, too many options. Which direction do I turn? Get more information on what you need. Something happens within the next few weeks. So you're going to have to get your information. It's overwhelming for you, but it's not overwhelming for Spirit. Female water signs. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Female water signs. How interesting. I'm shuffling everything away, and this one flips up again as well. Get more information. So both male and female water signs need to get more information on something to help them. And there's no need for worry. Pause in peace and ask for guidance. So this is the information that we're going to get. When you need to get more information, you ask Spirit. What is it that I need to hear? What is it that I need to know? I had lucid dreams like I can't tell you last night. Showed me so many things that were going on. No need for worry. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Song right now, time goes by, I can't control my mind. But you tell me every time, just keep breathing, just keep breathing. So somebody's overwhelmed, right? I just need to keep breathing. One day at a time, one step at a time. You don't have to figure everything out right now. You ask Spirit, what is the most important thing for me to know? What is the most important thing for me to do? Show me. I'll do it. Air signs, male air signs. All three came out. Spend more time to experience nature. Air signs got this in both of the readings I did yesterday. Take time to feel the love that surrounds you, and it's time to let it go. It's time to let it go. Whatever this is, that all these options, all this that you've been working towards, it's time to let it go. You need to spend more time in nature. You need to relax, right? Feel the love that surrounds you. Female air signs, correct for neutrality on all level. Female air signs. I like this because every single message, every single item has a message for all of us. I like this. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Female air signs. Two came together. Be yourself and have fun. And there's no need for worry. Nice. All this that you're overwhelmed with, no stress. There's no need for worry. Shyness is a factor for someone. Female air signs, possibly yourself, but there's no need for worry. Just be yourself and have fun. Okay, so now we go to the next item that we chose, which will be the red cardinal. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I've got my Egyptian musk going. It smells so good. I don't know. You probably can't see it right facing this way, but behind me, I keep getting distracted because I see it. Look, I'm like, oh my gosh, because it looks like, here, I'll show you. I turn around. Can you see? Hold on. Can you see it going through the air? I don't know if you can see it. See that going through the air? I'm like, whoa, fire. Okay. I gotta take a drink of my water. We need to stay very hydrated right now because our third eyes are getting blown open right now. If anybody's feeling the energies of sharp pains, head colds, the flu, headaches, it's the ascension right now where we're going through something. We're going into Mercury retrograde on March 5th, which is, that's when you don't want to be signing any contracts, getting married or divorced on that day. You don't want to be buying a car on that day. You don't want to make any huge decisions during Mercury retrograde. So when Spirit says you got days, you literally have days before Mercury retrograde hits on the 5th. It's a time for review. You just don't want to do that. Okay. So we have to stay hydrated, actually, while we're going through this ascension process. It'll help. And if you're feeling tired, give yourself time to rest. If you're feeling overwhelmed, which is a lot of us are feeling that right now, care for yourself. Okay, I'm looking at 3 decks in front of me, and I want to ask Spirit, which deck is it? Really? Okay, I went to change decks, and I just got left deck. So, same deck for right now. Who are we dealing with? We're dealing with the Cardinal. Wow. So, between now and the next sign, not sure if we're going to be changing to the decks that are in front of me. We'll see. I just heard shadows and light. Okay. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the Cardinal, the Sacred Fool. Okay, I love this. As an Aries, I love this because this is actually the Aries card. And I've told you before the message about how in the court, in the royal court, the king doesn't ask, when he wants information or advice, that's actually advice. He doesn't go to his royal court. He doesn't go to his knights. He doesn't go to his staff. He goes to the fool. Because if he goes to his staff or to his knights, his team, right? Those people, he knows. They're going to tell him what he wants to hear. Or they're going to tell him what they think would be good for them, right? But the fool, they call him a fool. Because the fool speaks the truth. He's not worried about what anyone else thinks of him. The fool is the one who takes the leap of faith. He moves forward. So when he speaks to the king, he tells the king the God's honest truth. This is a sacred fool. This is telling you that right now, they want you to think about a life free about and free from other people's opinions. This one is called a fool by other people. He looks very sad, but he's very smart. He's very honest. He's very decent. He's ready for adventure. He wants to live his life. People call him a fool. Imagine a life where you feel brave enough, free enough, trusting enough to be this fool. To make choices that might seem ridiculous to someone else. That might seem downright dangerous or daring or stupid, foolish to other people. This fool is telling you to come forward in your life. Don't play poker face. Don't be afraid to show your hand. Don't be afraid for others to see your feelings and what you think about things. This is about taking a risk and stepping away from confines of conventionality and what other people say is practical, common sense, grounded. Now, there is, of course, times in your life where this is important, right? But if you're going to live a real, authentic, truthful life, you're going to have to be willing to run the risk of being looked at as a fool. Some people are going to say that you're naive, you're foolish, you're living in a dream world. You're delusional if you think that you can do that. That's ridiculous, right? People will say to you, that's never going to happen, that's impossible. Well, when I did the reading, my first reading this morning, the first animal messenger that came was a hummingbird. And the hummingbird says, you will accomplish what might seem impossible to yourself and others. So you refuse to listen to other people. You refuse to listen to, it's never going to happen, or that's ridiculous, or that you're out of your mind. I told you my daughter says that my mother needs to be sent to a psychiatric hospital because she lives in a fantasy. She thinks that she talks to angels. She thinks she's in love with someone who doesn't exist. It's not real. In her mind, last night, I will tell you, last night, I've been watching something and I've been experiencing something with my cat, Siam. I experienced it with Willow at first as well. I used to say she's doing acrobats across the bed in the middle of the night. I don't know what she's doing. And it wasn't usually in the middle of the night. Actually, it was usually around 3:30 or 4 in the morning, okay? And that's before Willow started to trust me. But when she started to trust me, I pulled her close to me and she laid down and snuggled next to me. But then Siam, when he started to come up closer and feel more brave and come out, all of a sudden he started doing it. At 3:34 in the morning, like clockwork, he would get up and he would start running around the room, running around the house, crying, crying, crying. And I thought, I haven't been able to sleep in days because of this. I started watching something. I started watching Willow, and she would look up at the ceiling. Suddenly, she would look up, and then she would turn her head and dart her head to the side. And I said, is Lily here? So last night, I've been yelling at Siam, stop it, what the hell's wrong with you? Stop it. And he would make these jerky, sudden movements, right? I realized last night that he was actually scared because he jumped up, he looked up at the ceiling, exactly where Willow did, and he was sitting on the leather stool that I have next to my bed that helps them hop up on the bed because the bed's high. And I watched, and it was like something pulled his paw. He jerked away, he was scared, he ran, and then he started running back and forth, and he was looking at something that wasn't there. And I said, is that Lily? I go, Lily, will you not play with them in the middle of the night? And then in my dream, I had a dream. I had a dream before this. And in the dream, it said, your baby came to check on you to see if you were doing all right. And it went into another dream, which brought me some other things. It was all interconnected. I'm talking like this. My daughter would think she needs to be psychiatrically locked up. She's a nut. I was she's seeing things, right? I'm communicating with my animals. I'm watching things, but my animals are doing that. I'm watching it. I know that this is happening. As soon as I woke up this morning, my girlfriend sent me an email, and it said, "Can animals see spirits?" And I said, yes, they can. And that's what's been going on in my house. Now, it sounds foolish to other people. I know that it's happening. I have had dead loved ones come through me. Someone is actually experiencing this, and they think that they're losing their mind. They think they're crazy because they are able to communicate with somebody that's coming back over from spirit. That is a message for you. Someone was crying, "Where's my baby? Where's my baby?" Your baby came to check on you to see if you were doing all right. If you feel like you're crazy because you're experiencing these things, because other people don't understand that, you're not. Okay? Just know this. Don't listen to the voices of other people that tell you that you're disconnected, that you are silly, that you're delusional. Speak the truth. When something is true for you, speak it, whether other people find it crazy or not. You need to speak your truth, even if it's inconvenient. You need to tell the truth, do the truth, be yourself. It might turn your world upside down, but in a really, really good way. It's not your job to try and find logical reasons for explaining things. And if you want to do something, you don't have to explain to another why this is not a good thing for you to do. This is your life to act upon. And you have to be willing to take the risk and play with it. So when this card comes to you, it's about looking at your hand, taking a chance, taking a risk, forgetting what everybody else thinks. Listen to yourself. Live. Whether this is a big deal to you or to another, or if it's just a little deal. Whatever it is, you need to move forward on it. Maybe what this is, let's try something. Let's try something to give yourself an example. Think about something that you would like to do, but you stop yourself from doing it because you're worried about what somebody would think. Okay? So it can be anything. It can be like that song came on and I wanted to sing it, but my voice, I knew that sometimes with my voice, if I don't belt it out really loud, my voice cracks, right? So I don't, but I felt like singing, so I sang. I'm not embarrassed, but maybe you are. Maybe you wanted to sing a song. I was walking in the snow in Idlewild the other day, and music was playing, and I started to sing. The person in front of me was singing, and she got really embarrassed. And I said, hell, when it's on, you got to sing. And she goes, you're right. And so then I came back out, and she was coming the other way, and I was singing, and another person was singing. But she was embarrassed at first to do it. Do that. Maybe somebody has text messaged you that you don't want to talk to. They've emailed you. You don't want to respond to them. This person is not in my highest good. They're not healthy for me, right? I don't want to do this. But you feel obligated to answer them. You're not obligated to answer them. They're not in your highest good. Ignore it. Do something that you would not normally do. Enroll in a class that you're afraid to enroll in. Do something to show yourself that when you make a choice, you can do it. Song right now, I was always running around looking down at all I see. Painted faces of the faces I can't reach. I could use somebody like you. Somebody's looking to someone else as an example. I could use somebody like you in my life. I haven't taken this risk. I haven't done that. I haven't spoken out. I was written to this morning by somebody on my YouTube channel. I'll share it with you. This is an example of just what I'm speaking about. Okay, this person says to me, Sherry, I'm just now seeing this video. I'll watch the rest later, but I want to thank you for all you do. I've been through a lot for many years, and I'm now adhering to self-love and care so I can rise and know I have to push myself to do me first. You always inspire me. Thank you for shining your love and giving so much. I'm in St. Petersburg, Florida, and if you ever get the urge to visit, we have some very sacred places, and you can see sunrise and sunset because of our location, and the downtown is gorgeous. Loaded with shopping of all kinds and art deco on many buildings. I send you love and believe your great blessings for you. So this is somebody who's watching and listening, and because of the messages that we're sending out, right? I can rise and I can push myself to do something that I'm inspired to do. I could use somebody like you, the song is saying. So once you do this, you'll be an example to other people. And maybe someone else who's been afraid to step out and be who they truthfully are and follow their passion will be inspired to do it because you did it. If I can do it, you can do it. If you can do it, they can do it. It goes on and on. So now we go to the signs. For all who chose the red cardinal, earth signs, male earth signs, it's the truth. Time frame. Too soon to tell on something. But success is assured. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Female earth signs. Let them make the move. Pause in peace and ask for guidance. Well, who do we ask? We ask Spirit. Let them make the move. Pause in peace. Friends at this time. Remember that message? Is there somebody that's asking or texting you, they're not particularly good for you, you don't want it? Is there somebody that wants something from you and you just want to be friends at this time? Now's the time for you to say it. Brave yourself enough to say the truth of how you feel. Instead of ghosting, instead of just pretending that someone doesn't exist, speak your truth. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Fire signs, male fire signs, you got days. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Your successes can be truly amazing now. Go for it, no matter what anybody thinks or says or feels. Open your mind to new ideas. Female fire signs. It's the truth. Interesting. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Female fire signs. This one and this one. There's financial issues. You're a natural healer. Interesting. So it's the truth. Financial issues. So we ask Spirit to help us, right? We take a risk when they tell us to take a risk. The risks will pay off. You're a natural healer. Maybe your financial issues will be helped by you. If you're a natural healer, can you use those gifts? It's the truth. It's the truth. Speak your truth. You're a natural healer. That's the truth. So for me, I'm getting that message, what that person said to me. It's the truth. You're a natural healer. And financial issues? Take the risks Spirit asks you to take. Correct for neutrality, water signs, male water signs. Song right now. Tell me something, boy. Aren't you tired of trying to fill that void? Why don't you take a risk and go after what you truly want? Correct for neutrality on all levels. Male water signs. Wow, something stuck to my hand. It was this one. Pause in peace and ask for guidance. Just dating for now. So say the truth, right? Speak your truth. And then you make the move. So maybe it's a risk. You feel like it's risky to make this risk. But pausing in peace and ask for guidance, and Spirit says you make the move. Female water signs. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Female water signs. Okay, you got 4. They all came. Something is not likely at this time. 3 weeks, 3 hours, 3 days, 3 months, the 3rd of the month. Full circle completion. The Ascended Masters working with you. Don't allow kindness to be seen as weakness in yourself and another, and focus on the best and allow it to manifest. So I'm getting a message out of this. You may feel that it's not likely at this time, but you have Ascended Masters working with you. So focus on the best and allow it to manifest. I like that. Wow. So sometimes we feel that, right? It's not likely. Can't see that happening. Well, that's because you're not an Ascended Master who can see more than you can. Air signs, male air signs. Now's the time to focus on you. Even if they think you're foolish, who cares what they think? It's time for you to focus on you. And go for the best. Whether other people agree and think it's a nut job situation or action, you go for what you think is the best. Not what they think is the best, what you think is the best. Someone new. Maybe you are going to be someone new. You're going to focus on you and be someone new. Or maybe there's someone new coming into your life. Female air signs. Take action. Oh, wow, all three came out. I like when they're doing this. It's speeding it up for me. Take action. Okay, you're overwhelmed right now, so you need to take action. And say it like it is. You're overwhelmed right now. You may be overwhelmed with emotion. You may be overwhelmed with the fact that you haven't spoken, and you need to take action. That's how you can handle your overwhelm, is by taking action and say it like it is. Take into account what this is what's going on here. It's not what other people feel. It's what you feel. Maybe you're overwhelmed because you're trying to placate to everyone else. So you're being told to take action and say it like it is. Was that male air signs or female? I think it was, I don't know. I thought it was male. Sorry. My mind just went blank right now. All those nights up at 3 and 4 in the morning. I'm very tired. So we'll do females again, and if not, you guys get extra messages. It's time to let something go. Okay? Yes, with an exclamation mark. Time to let something go. Song right now, shine bright like a diamond. I always knew. I knew when I felt your energy. Everything is here for you, waiting to be received. So it's time for you to let go. Everything's here for you, waiting to be received. It's time to let go. Allow yourself to receive. The answer is yes with an exclamation mark. Do I do it? Yes. Do I go for it? Yes. Is it time to let it go? Yes. I knew that we would become one right away. I felt the energy. Yes, exclamation mark. Everything is here for you, waiting to be received. All right, so now we go to the next message, and I got shadows and light. I thought I had shadows and light in the shapeshifters here, and I wasn't sure. I guess it's shadows and light. Unless the shapeshifters has a message for all of us later. I mean, for the whole United Collective, we'll see. But now we're going to go to the Selenite Tower. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the Selenite Tower, correct for neutrality on all those. Gosh, I can't even speak. For all those, so somebody's having a difficult time speaking. It's hard for them to get the words out. So then you counteract that by saying, I speak easily. Words come easily to me. My mouth is guided. The right words will come to me when I need to speak. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Sometimes speaking isn't even necessary. We'll see. And that's exactly this message. Because in this message, you're being told not to tell. You're leaving a situation. It's on fire. The house is burning behind you. This is the falling tower. This is someone leaving town quietly without telling anyone where they're going, without explaining what their plans are. She's protecting this one here. This one's got his eyes wide open. Look at. And she's saying, you don't have to tell everything to everyone. Because this one has sacred knowledge. This one has special gifts, ancient gifts. And the ones around this environment, think of this one as a sacred fool. They don't call him a sacred fool. They just think he's an idiot. Or she. And so there are certain things that you don't want to share with other people. You're seeing things, you're hearing things, and those people think you're crazy. Don't share it with them. They have no right to spoil your knowledge. But right now, you're being asked to leave. This is the crane. The crane is flying away in this ship. The ship is sailing. This one's leaving town. Are you going with them? Because this house is burning down. There's nothing there for you. It's a ghost town. This one wants to protect you. She's taken off her mask. She doesn't have a mask on. Do you see this? It's hanging down here. She's saying this is a new beginning. New growth is happening. You take your knowledge with you and you leave. It's not anybody's business what your choice is. It's not anybody's business where you're going or who you're with. If you want to keep something to yourself, you're not obligated to divulge information. You may be so used to telling everyone. Remember that one message about something that you're going to do different than you have before? Maybe when somebody asks you a question, you feel obligated to answer them. But they're saying you're not obligated to answer them. This is a situation where you're not obligated to tell. I'm not lying. I'm just not speaking. I'm not telling you what you need to know. I'm keeping it to myself. It could be that I have plans for something It could be that I have an idea. It could be that I have a project. Whatever this is, right now you're being told not to share the information. And you're leaving a situation. Because the crane people are the ones that fly to their own, they fly their own way. They dance to their own drum. Right? They are the ones who people think are foolish. This song right now, have a seat in the foyer, take a number, but I was lightning before the thunder. Listen to this song. It's exactly what's going on here. They made fun of this person. They said, you're always riding in the back seat. But now they're clapping in the nosebleeds while I'm on the stage. So this is a person who was told that they would not be successful, that they couldn't do this, that they're not capable of doing it. And yet they went out, just like this one is going now, quietly. I'm leaving, I'm going, and I'm going to manifest destiny. I'm going to create a legacy. I'm going to rewrite my history. You have written the history the way you think it's supposed to be for me, but this is my life. I'm moving forward. I'm moving forward. I'm moving on. And I don't need to explain it to you. I don't need for you to understand why or the where, how, all, or who I'm going to be with. It's none of your business. As far as I'm concerned, this is a ghost town. These are ghosts from my past that I don't wish to share my secrets with. They're calling, they're texting, they're asking me. I'm not answering them. That house is burned down. I'm out of there. I'm moving on. 3, full circle completion. 1, keep your thoughts focused on the positive. You're creating your future. 3 and 1, angels. You are completely guided, protected, and loved. You have no reason for fear. But it's about moving forward and keeping your secrets to yourself. And at this time, know that you're going to be getting guidance from ancient sources. You're going to be getting knowledge. You're going to be having things happen, like happened with me when I'm watching my cats, clearly playing with a spirit creature. The dreams, the messages. I heard in my head last night. I was given specific words. When I get audio words, sometimes I'm not sure what they mean at the time, but they end up being, they connect. They connect to other dreams. And the first dream that I had, I thought, okay, I wrote it down, right? And that's the reason the cats wake me up, because I write my dreams down, because I wouldn't have been able to remember all the dreams. But I have the first part, then I go to the second dream, it's part 2 of the same dream. Then it's part 3. And I hear an audio message. He needs to clear his truth, be in his truth, and subdue the goon. That fudge packer. He needs to be subdued. He raped somebody. I literally heard that. And then I watched as this person subdued the other person. They subdued them by shooting them. But shooting was words. The person was told to stand up. As I watched the person, they were slunched over. And this big goon was belittling this one, controlling this one. And I said, stand up, which I meant stand up for yourself, right? But the person still was a little bit hunched over, kind of like her. But he shot that goon, and I looked, and there was nothing left of that person but the hand that was trying to control them. And I looked over at that person, and I thought, even though he wasn't standing tall, he didn't think he was. He could have stood taller. But he did what he had to do. He stood up for himself. He spoke his truth, and there was nothing left but the hand that was controlling him. He cut away what was not in his highest good. He stood up for himself. Now, you can stand up for yourself by leaving a situation like this one. This one isn't speaking. This one's saying, shh, you know what? It's not going to help. It won't do any good. It might complicate things. So at this time, you're not running. Remember the song Ricochet, firing at the ones who run? I'm bulletproof. I'm titanium. You can fire your bullets, your words, your nasty words, but I'm leaving. I'm not even going to answer you back because you're not worth my energy. I'm leaving this situation. This house is being burned down. It's like burning a bridge, right? And I'm moving forward. So that's what's going on in this message. So for you, it could be that, or it could be that you're getting messages from other times, from other people and other that were persecuted like you were. And maybe you're being made to understand that, you know what, as I said, keep it safe, right? Learn everything that you were meant to learn. Listen to the signs. Listen to the messages. Keep it filed away. But you need to connect and communicate with like-minded ones, not with the ones who would persecute you. You're not running from them. You're safeguarding your knowledge and wisdom. Okay, so earth signs. Friends at this time. Without a doubt, you're ready. So you're ready to roll, and friends at this time with the other, whatever. Or maybe you're supposed to go with friends, right? Friends at this time. You need to be with friends at this time, without a doubt, and you're ready for that. Gosh, I never saw that before. I'm always thinking about dating, marriage, not interested, friends at this time. I never thought about this. Right now, you need friends. You need friends at this time, and you're ready for it without a doubt. Without a doubt, you need friends. Damn. Why didn't I see that before? I just heard because you're ready now. You're ready now. We're ready. We get our messages when we're ready to hear and see them. There's no stopping us right now. Song right now. I feel so close to you right now, and there's no stopping us right now. These two are connected. We know what we're supposed to do. We're friends. We need friends. We're ready. No doubt. And there's no stopping us right now. Female earth signs. There's financial issues. So you need to make a move. Take time to feel the love that surrounds you. Make a move. Financial issues. Are you in a place that's because of financial issues? Maybe you need to make a move to another location where you feel love. You're being asked to make a move, just like this message. Financial issues may be better in a different place. Maybe we're too focused on the finances. I'm letting go of things in order to get to a place that's better for me, right? Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Fire signs, male fire signs. Okay, these two shot out. Be you, the world needs you, and you're only responsible for your happiness. You're not responsible for them, only yours. Financial issues, again. So do you have financial issues because you're taking on responsibility of other people? You're carrying other people, but you're only responsible for your happiness. So be you, take care of you. Correct for neutrality. Sometimes we feel obligated. People make us feel obligated, but in all reality, they can't make us feel anything. We just need to be ourselves and stand strong. Song right now, what about us? Right? You came and we called, but what about us? And that's exactly the message. Female fire signs. Allow miracles to happen. There's something that needs to be reconsidered. Something that needs to be, or maybe someone. Correct for neutrality. What is the last message for female fire signs? Correct for neutrality. I'm feeling connected right now. My stomach is spinning again. So someone's either very close to me right now. I'm picking up on them energetically. I'm feeling them. Or there's movement happening. The song right now. Remember, that was right before this. I feel so close to you. And then the song right now. We were children who need to be loved. Problems needing to be solved. What about us? So it's like everybody, we were willing, we came when you called. This could be religion, this could be family, this could be... But man, you fooled us. Enough is enough. You've been taken advantage of. It's enough already. What about us? It's our turn. Female earth sign, or water, fire sign, sorry. 10, full circle completion. An ending. An ending and a new beginning. 10 hours, 10 months, 10 weeks, 10 days, the 10th of the month. 10. To me, it's full circle completion, endings and new beginnings. Correct for neutrality on all levels, and whatever it means for you, that's how I see it. And if it turns to be something different, then Spirit will show me. So the 10th of the month, I guess I'll put a mark on the 10th of March. Let me just do this, the 10th of the month. So I've got a mark on the 3rd and I've got a mark on the 10th. Interesting, they're both Sundays. So Sunday is the day of rest, right? So to me, it's full circle completion, ending, and then beginning. Water signs, male water signs. Sticks and stones won't break my bones. I'll be ready. Are you ready? Remember the song, Firing at the Ones Who Run? Are you ready? I'll be ready. The firing, the person who fired at the other person, sticks and stones won't break my bones. I'll be ready. Are you ready? Let's go. Let's run. Water signs. And it's not running away, it's running towards. Running towards what we deserve. Someone new. Being someone new. Embracing the new. Or maybe there's someone new coming into your life. Male water signs. Be someone new, right? Big happy change is coming. What about you? Are you ready? I'll be ready. What about us? Male water signs. Whoa, okay. You got all of these, so you get them all. Focus on the best and allow it to manifest. There are big happy changes coming, so focus on the best. We dream big, not small. Do not allow kindness to be seen as weakness. The ones that were being fired at, the ones who ran. My girlfriend Kimmy posted a post today. I'll share it with you. Because there's been too much manipulation and abuse of other people. My reading for the person this morning was about lack of self-worth, other people firing darts. Look at this message right here. Words, right? Firing at the words who run, or firing at the ones who run, words. I've thought about this lately and I felt the need to post. I've heard many times that I can count by multiple people. I just speak my mind. If they don't like it, oh well. I'll say what I want to say and they can just get over it. If you don't like it, it's your problem. I want to be Sarah. Be careful with your words. Once said, they can only be forgiven, not forgotten. How you make others feel about themselves with your words says a lot about you. Don't say something permanently hurtful just because you're temporarily upset. It only takes a few minutes to hurt someone with our words, but it can take years to repair the damage. Be sure to taste your words before you spit them out. Think how you would feel if they were said to you. Don't mix bad words with your bad mood. You'll have many opportunities to change a mood, but no opportunity to replace the words you spoke. Speak only when you feel your words are better than your silence. You never know how long your words will stay with someone, long after you have forgotten them. Just because you're free to say whatever you want doesn't mean that you always should. Lastly, tomorrow, you'll have to live with the things that you said today. Think before you speak. Song right now, when you love someone, you make room. When you love someone, you open up your heart. When you love someone and you're afraid, not afraid to lose them, you've never loved someone like me, that I love you. So someone's afraid here. But Spirit's saying, who is this? Male water signs? Focus on the best, allow it to manifest. Be someone new. There are big happy changes. Don't allow kindness to be seen as weakness. 3, full circle completion. Ascended masters working with you. 3 days. The 3rd of the month. This is the 2nd time we've gotten the 3rd of the month. Or the 3rd month. And we've got March coming up. So it could be March 3rd. I've gotten that. This is the 2nd time we've gotten that date. Interesting. When you get a message like that and then you get it again, pay attention to that. I'm glad I marked it on my calendar. March 3rd. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Let's see what happens on March 3rd. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Female water signs. When you love someone, you open up your heart. Putting on a front. Someone's putting on a front. Okay? You're only responsible for your happiness. Be you, the world needs you. And you got another green one here. Something is not the right time right now. It's not the right time. I say it's not the right time to put on a front because you're only responsible for your own happiness. Be you. The world needs you. I like that. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For air signs. All my life, I felt it would be hard to find someone till I found you. It makes it bittersweet because you gave me someone to lose. So when this song says when you love someone, you open up your heart, sounds to me like when you love someone, you need to open up your mouth too. Air signs, male air signs need to get more information. Male air signs, there will be a peaceful resolution to a situation. Something happens in weeks. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Female air signs. Female air signs. Female air signs. Friends at this time. You need friends at this time. Seek out friends at this time. It's important. You are ready now to have the life that you have always wanted. Looks like it, hey? It's time to go. Overwhelmed right now? So you need friends at this time. All right, you guys. Song right now. When I leave for the night, I ain't coming back. When I leave, I'm not coming back. Peace out. And whoa, I almost said something I shouldn't have said, but I didn't say it. Interesting. There's another message in this song, at the end of the song, which is kind of surprising. Because the person is acting like they don't care, right? I'm going to go out and party. Don't stop, don't stop. But at the end, there's another message that they say. See if it comes while I'm asking for this last message for the United Collective. Correct for neutrality. You wake me up. That's what it is. It's at the end. This person is acting. They're putting on a front, right? They're going to party. They're acting like they don't care. They put on a front. But at the end, the truth of how they're feeling is finally stated. Correct for neutrality. What is the final message for everyone we need to focus upon? If anybody would like help with dream analysis or private reading or any of the other items that I offer, my website is www.theangelswhisper.com. My email address is sherrycolumbus@yahoo.com. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Please click like, subscribe, and share. And if you would like to donate to my page so that I can keep continuing to do this freely, I appreciate every little bit. There's a donate button there as well. One more. Whoa. Interesting, too. It's time to say goodbye. For now. Something is about to end. Time to say goodbye. You may be sad. That's what we were just shown, that someone was leaving. Song. You build me up. You break me down. My heart is pounding. You got me. With my hands up. You got me now. You got me. You build me up and you break me down. You got me with my hands up. So to me, it feels like what we just watched and what I was talking about, how there's firing at the ones who run. Somebody who's abusive. You build me up, you knock me down. You got me with my hands up. I'm leaving. It's time to say goodbye for now. So sometimes in a situation, we walk away from a family, we walk away from a group of people, we walk away from a town, we walk away. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's forever, but right now it's time to say goodbye. For now, that's what's going on here, and you may not be telling them that you're leaving. And right now, here, change is natural, and it can hurt. This is something that needs to happen. It's time to leave. A situation, a job, a group of people, a home, it's time to leave. And you're sad about it. You don't want to necessarily do this. But you're going to be protected. This one here, it's interesting. The power of 3 is ignited. The Ascended Masters are watching. They're very much taking care. But what they're telling you is that a cycle has ended. Something has ended. Song right now, where do you want to go? What do you want to risk? I'm not looking for someone with some superhuman gift. Just someone to hold, someone to kiss. I'm telling you, over and over, we're getting the message. We're leaving. Somebody's leaving this situation. This cycle has ended. We have to release our attachment to the way things should have been. We thought it should have been this way, but it wasn't this way. It wasn't. And it's difficult. And now we have to step out of our comfort zone into something unfamiliar. And we may be sad about leaving. Remember that song? Every once in a while I look back and I think, you know, I want to leave, and then I second guess and I think maybe I won't go, but then I realize it doesn't feel right. I have to go. So I'm sad about leaving. I don't like that it's going this way, that this is the way that it's ending. But I have to go. One cycle has definitely ended. It's time to move forward. This is by choice. Sometimes it's being pushed out of our comfort zone. But right now, Spirit says, expect the unexpected. There's going to be a new friend that comes forward, an advisor, someone to help you face what might feel frightening to you. It's not going to kill you. It's not going to kill you. The dreams that I watched, when the guy shot the person, that was an ending. It was an ending to something. All that was left was the hand that controlled them. That ended. No more control. I'm saying goodbye now. You will not control me. I'll move forward. I will be guided. I will be taken care of. It might hurt, but it's going to make me strong. I'm going to grow from this situation. So this whole reading, and even the reading that I gave this morning, was about that something has to end right now. And Spirit's going to help you go through this difficult time. Whether at this time this is, like I said, moving to a new place, leaving a job, leaving a group of friends. Maybe there's someone in your life that's actually passing, whatever it is, or a relationship that's ending. But it's time now to let go. There's going to be new people, new friends, new experiences that are going to comfort you. Maybe you feel cheated. That wasn't fair. I put so much in. She's not impressed, but look how tired she is. I put so much into this situation, and I'm leaving with nothing. You're leaving with your respect, your self-respect. It's time to let go. In order for something new to happen, there cannot be a rebirth unless there's the death first. So this could be a friendship that's grown unhealthy, someone that you've been dating, something that, like I said, a home, a town, a job. Maybe it's the way I have believed things to be. Whatever it is, it's let it go. Something else is going to return when you release this, but you have to let go of it. You cannot resist what is trying to take place. And this wraps up the whole reading. It's time to say goodbye. Something's about to end. And you will be okay through this. Take care.